economists are saying down to perhaps 3.5% annualised on an annualised basis. That's not within the RBA band. Also, economists saying even if it is at that level, the budget needs to be carefully managed as to not be inflationary. Would you agree with that?
Well, this is something that the Coalition have been calling for a long period of time now, in fact, nearly 2 years. Inflation is one of the biggest problems that the economy is facing right now. Persistent inflation that has remained higher for longer because of the decisions that the government is making is causing an erosion of purchasing power, a reduction in people's savings, and more importantly, a diminished standard of living and quality of life. That is why it is so important to get inflation under control as a priority, because all people, all Australians suffer from inflation, except for governments. Governments actually do pretty well out of inflation because with bracket creep, their revenue take is higher, and it also reduces the face value of debt. Now, just because governments do well out of inflation doesn't mean that it shouldn't be a priority to fix, because the people that have elected you are suffering because of this. In fact, we've seen real disposable incomes drop by around 7.5% in the last 2 years alone. If you are feeling poorer, there is a good reason for that. It's because you are poorer, and the government isn't doing all it can do with its fiscal levers in order to alleviate that pressure on the RBA to keep ratcheting up interest rates. Okay. So that's what these economists are now calling for, a contractionary budget, or at very least, a neutral budget, in order to make sure that the fiscal levers are being pulled, not just the monetary levers, because when those monetary levers are pulled, when interest rates keep going up or don't come down quick enough, your real disposable income will go backwards.
Contractionary budget, that's the word I was looking for a little earlier. Jane, good to talk to you. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Laura.